Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A gain of 3, second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's Hetling to throw. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Flex round! Ohio! Coming to you! Ohio!
Back to throw, Hetling. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. This is Ajayi, and he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. On third and long, it's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will make our score 9-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. Going deep for Eifert, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Wide motion! Wide motion! All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment. But there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Going to look deep for Jeffrey. And that's caught inside the 30. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll try to run with a J. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. They begin with a run by Mixon. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! Detroit! Detroit! Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete here on third down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They run with Ajayi. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll toss it to Ajayi and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Hurts has it left side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They run for it with Ajayi. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
Hey, empty.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Jay Ajayi on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the 1st half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this 1st half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Typically down in the 1st half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. 1st half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now back to throw. Open man there is Malone. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Looking to throw. Throw left side, complete. It's Malone. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Detroit!
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Well, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Detroit! Detroit!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all they needed. First down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Stevenson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's caught at the 7-yard line. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run it with Williams. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, you're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Lefty, lefty.
Now Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Ajayi. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Back to throw now on 1st down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Lucky 56. Mike 5'9", Gun!
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On the ball.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And now running right through it. And he's got this down to the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ajayi with the benefit of a full training camp behind him, excelling in this Eagle backfield as they come up on 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Let's go. Grade 15. Grade 15. There we go. Back. 280.
Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4.
Wentz to throw on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles continue to roll. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over. Gun.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it second and
All right, now,
goal.
lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Check 37. Check 37. Leopard! Leopard!
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Andy Dalton going to stay on the field. They're going to try and go for it on fourth down.
368!
So they are going for it. Now Dalton. He's going to air one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Malone. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ice. Hands up.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Caught, Eifert over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. But he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage. And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps. I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one. Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. From the gun, it's Wentz. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. And even 50 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Waiting. Hey, stat. Black, come on.
Now Wentz again. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are pouring it on. So another score there. And often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Trying to lay one up deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Being chased out left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
368! Move! 368!
Dalton operating in the red zone now. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Andy Dalton. And that's off the mark, incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And now it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here we go! Red 38! Red 38!
Deadling to throw it. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Gone!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. They go play action here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Lead! Green 18! Hey! Motion! Nice.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal.
368! Heavy. 368!
So a designed run last play. Now Dalton to pass. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And Zerline's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Now, Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Working from the gun, Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly they're still short for 4th. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Wentz. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Wentz now to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Check 13. Check 13. Check 3.
Hey, empty. Empty.
55 mine, guys. 55. Hey, check.
Hey, stat.
Yeah, double up.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Man 5-7. Here we go. 120.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. He will push his way down to about the 14. Vontez Burfict, the one to get him down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Great 15.
Party now.
Throwing his Wentz. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Here's Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Green 18.
Check 43.
Ice.
Check.
368. Ice. 368.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Black. Liz 5-3.
Wentz to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they close.